Wren 2020 orientation. We're so excited and eager to get this year started. My name is Leah. This is my third year as director here at Cactus Wren. However, I have a long history with Cactus Wren. I went here as a child, all my siblings went here, and now all of my children have attended here. Cactus Wren has been around for over 30 years. It started as a small cooperative of parents that wanted preschool for their children, but they had to team together to make it affordable. So some would cut the lawns, some would do the cooking, some would do the cleaning, and it was a successful model. Over the years, things have changed, but we are still a cooperative. We love to have our families involved. We invite you all to help with our events, set up and take down. Our board is run by all parents that get to help us make school decisions every single day. Not only that, you can come into your teacher's classroom and you can help with the hands-on activities. You can help take things home, cut them out, bring in supplies. We do everything so that we can keep our prices down and still create some sort of family unit within our school. One of the changes you may see here this year at Cactus Wren is our curriculum. We've bought new curriculum and we will be implementing it this year into our classes. It's still hands-on, play-based, but even more so. So if you were here with us before and you saw a lot of things coming home, maybe even worksheets, just know that this year is going to look different. You'll have your Bright Wheel feed that will show you what your children are learning in class and how they're doing it, but you may not have those things coming home in their folder each day. Doesn't mean they're not learning, it just means that they're doing it in a more hands-on way, which will set them up to be more successful for kindergarten. We ask parents that they understand that their children are not here to learn to read. This is preschool. We're getting them ready for school. So this is really about the social experience that they have and getting them ready to go to kindergarten and socialize with others and sit in a classroom and learn. So your children will not leave here reading. If they are an early reader, we of course will adapt our curriculum to help them continue on that journey. However, if they're not, that's not our end goal. We will do 1, 2, 3s, ABCs. We would love to have them writing their name by the time they leave. But you need to know that everything we do is going to be hands-on and we are not going to be pushing them into a direction that is not good for their future. If you'd like to see the research on it, you can meet with myself or my assistant and we'll be happy to show you. This year, we're introducing a new system, Bright Wheel. All parents will be required to download it on some sort of device so that you can sign your child in and out and that you can communicate with your teacher in their classroom. You'll have a feed that shows you what they're doing. During the day, you'll be able to access lesson plans, snack calendars, and keep an update on what your child's doing. As the school year approaches, we ask that you be patient with us. Right now, we have our tentative date set, which you should have received in an email. This year's gonna look a little different because of COVID. You will be able to look on our website for the latest updates on what we are doing to keep your children, your family, and our staff safe. Once again, thank you so much for joining our video. We are so excited to have you all join our family here at Cactus Wren.
Hi everyone, I'm Jacque Raftery and I am the assistant to the director here at Cactus Wren. I am so excited for the 2020-2021 school year. This is going to be the 4th year that I have a child at Cactus Wren. I had my oldest son who came through Cactus Wren 2, 3, and 4 day, and my middle kiddo is now here. So we are so excited to be here. The biggest job here that I have at Cactus Wren is to be the registration person. So if you have been sending emails and registering your child and communicating about a lot of things here at Cactus Wren, you are emailing me. So hi, nice to meet you. The other thing I'm responsible for is helping you apply for your scholarships and getting all of that paperwork turned in and getting you qualified. So when we start the beginning of the school year, if you've received a scholarship or you've been notified that you qualified for your scholarship, we will have a separate meeting where you come in and sign a couple pieces of paperwork to get your scholarship official. If you have not yet applied for a scholarship, we do have scholarships still available, and now is actually a really great time to apply for one because we're only looking at your most recent month's income. So if you've been financially impacted by COVID and preschool is kind of on the bubble of what you can afford for this coming school year, please apply for a scholarship. A scholarship here at Cactus Wren covers your complete tuition for our 3-day morning class and both of our AM and PM pre-K classes. My other job function is to be the liaison for board members. So if you join our board of directors, we do have 2 positions open, which I will talk to you about in just a second. If you join our board, I will be the one who kind of introduces you to the board. I will be the kind of the primary contact for you to ask questions about your job responsibilities and get support and just kind of some direction about how to be a board member. As I said, we have 2 open positions right now. We have our president position open, and their primary job function is to send out our monthly newsletter, to update our website, and to call to order and call to close our general board meetings and our executive board meetings. We also have our fundraising director position open. Their primary responsibility is to set our fundraising goals, find fundraising opportunities for us in the community, connect with those places, get that all set up, collect all of the fundraising dollars from those places that we have worked with, and report all of that back to the board so that we can utilize those fundraising dollars for the things that our general board has agreed that we want to use those dollars for. Our office manager, Jen, has been working in the interim and helping with a lot of our fundraising opportunities, so she's going to give you some more details about what we're working on later on in the video. I am really excited to start this school year. I am so excited to meet everyone. This honestly has been really hard for me to not get to come to the school and take a tour with everyone and get to meet everyone face to face, but I really hope to meet everyone soon. Stay safe, and I will see you when school starts. Bye.
Hi, I'm Elise, the Vice President here at Cactus Wren. I organize all of our school events. This year's events will likely look different due to COVID, but the main events we have each year are a fall, winter, and spring event, with several smaller events in between. When organizing events, I will ask for volunteers to assist with preparation, cleanup, and setup. If you were able to volunteer this year when our events are up and running, it would be greatly appreciated. I'm looking forward to this school year despite some of the challenges we may face. I hope to be organizing events for our school soon.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Rawlings. I serve on the board right now as a secretary and office manager. I've had my children come to Cactus Wren now for almost 2 years. My oldest child is going to kindergarten this year, but now my middle child is going to start in a 2-day class. So we're excited to be here. It's been a positive experience since we arrived here in Sierra Vista. I'm responsible for taking the minutes at the board meetings, and I also note any important school decisions that we make and make sure that that is disseminated to parents so that you guys know what's going on at all times at our school. One of my functions as the office manager is that I help Jacque with all the enrollment processing. So Jacque gets you in the door and I help process all the paperwork once you're here. And with that enrollment processing, it means that I have to verify that we have all the documents that are required to attend school. I also confirm that all your immunizations are up to date and on file with us. I ensure that I add you to our school-wide email list, so any of the school-wide emails, like our newsletters monthly, make it to you. So we have a private Facebook page for Cactus Wren Families where we can share photos and events and things that happen at the school, so it's not out in the public. One of my job functions is also to make sure that all our families are invited to join that if you choose to. It's not mandatory, but it is a nice private platform where you can share things. This year, we're rolling out a new program called Brightwheel. And Brightwheel is a web-based platform that allows us to help manage our preschool. You can download the app for Brightwheel, or you can access Brightwheel from a tablet or a laptop as well. And Brightwheel allows you to have a real-time look at what's happening in the school. You can communicate with your teachers. We will use Brightwheel to check students in and out. We will use Brightwheel to do health screenings starting the school year off. And we will also use it for tuition payments. Check your email, because there'll be an email coming out that says how to register for Brightwheel and how to get started with it. Also, there are videos on our website to help you get used to it and figure out how to work it. Right now, in the interim, since we don't have a fundraising coordinator, I have assumed that responsibility for the time being till we get someone else in the spot. And so for this year, what fundraising is going to look like is that most of the fundraising opportunities will be minimum effort. We will do things like dine and donate, so you can go out and have a nice dinner with your family and sit back and relax. And then the school will get the proceeds from that dinner. I believe our first fundraiser this year coming up will be at Peter Piper Pizza. So it'll be a grab a pizza and go home and have a good family night. We also do family photos in the fall, and we do the spring student portraits. This year we're looking at the possibilities of doing Cactus Wren t-shirt sales, and that would be an online thing. And then we also do Make It Plates, which is where the kids get to make artwork, custom artwork at school. And then you can choose to have that printed on a plate or a tumbler or a coffee mug or other things. And then you can use that as like Christmas gifts. A lot of people buy them for family throughout the year. So with the fundraising, we do set our goals, and most of our goals focus around things we can do to improve Cactus Wren and make it a better experience for our children. We're looking right now at fundraising this year to purchase new playground equipment. Thank you, I'm Jennifer, and if you have any questions about enrollment packets, please let me know. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Jennie. I'm the financial director at Cactus Wren Preschool. So I deal with anything involving money, tuition, etc. I've had my children here for several years. This will be my first year without one of my own kiddos here, which is sort of a bittersweet thing, but my youngest is in kindergarten now. I too went here when I was a kid, so we have a long history of Cactus Wren in our blood. So as far as tuition goes, tuition is always due on the 1st. If you haven't paid by the 7th, then you will get a late fee of $20. If you still haven't paid by the 15th, then the child will be suspended until we can get everything current, and there will be another $20 fee. With that being said, I know that especially in these times of COVID and stuff happens, if you are running into, you feel like a financial situation, please contact me as soon as you can, because often we can work things out. If pay period doesn't fall until the 8th or something, let me know as soon as you do and we can see what we can do. We have a couple different ways to pay this year. So as some others have talked about, we are rolling out Brightwheel. So you will be able to, in your Brightwheel account, there's a place where you can do payments. You can set it up to auto pay, so you never have to think about it. It'll just come out of your account, or you can set it up for one-time payments. You can use debit card, credit card, you can get it right out of your account. There is a transaction fee associated with that though, and so that will be passed on to you. If you would rather avoid that transaction fee, you're still welcome to come and pay. We have a deposit box in the office, and we only accept checks, money orders, cashier's checks. We don't do cash. And so you're welcome to put it in there, and then you don't have to pay the transaction fee. Are depositing in the deposit box in the office, please make sure that your check has your child's name on it. We have had situations where grandparents are paying, or maybe you have a different last name than the child, and it's kind of hard to do the detective work to figure out where this money goes to. So please be sure that you do label it. As Brightwheel goes, if you decide that you want to pay on there, we are going to have tutorials on our website, and you can contact me if you're having any problem at all setting that up. As far as other fees go, we really try to keep it a minimum. If you are late in picking up your child, you have a 15-minute window where you can pick them up. If you're late beyond that, then it's $10 per 10 minutes that you are late. So again, please try and be prompt when you pick up your kid. Our teachers have things that they need to do, and it is kind of upsetting to your child as well. So if you want to avoid that, just be sure to come get your child on time. The other fee that we have is a co-op fee. So a little bit of history, like Leah had told you about, we used to be a co-op where parents did everything. And because of stricter regulations and stuff, it's a little bit harder to do it that hands-on. But we are still a co-op, and we do still depend on parents' participation in helping out. In the past, we've had it kind of on the honor system, that parents are supposed to come in and contribute supplies or help at events or help in the classroom or something like that. Unfortunately, it sort of ends up that we have a couple families sort of bearing the burden of all of that, and so we decided that we were going to do a co-op fee. So we know that not everybody is able to come in and volunteer at some events or in the classroom. Maybe they don't have time to go get supplies. So that's fine, you can just pay the co-op fee instead. So it's $25 per semester, so $50 for the whole year. And again, you don't have to pay that if you come in and are volunteering in the classroom or bringing supplies or somehow helping out. And we have little coupons where you can track that, and you'll turn it in again in the office, or you can put it in your child's folder. Unfortunately, then along came COVID. And COVID has sort of thrown a wrench into that, because as we know, some of you have gone out and tried to buy cleaning supplies and stuff. Sometimes it's not available. And because of the stricter regulations, we can't have parents in the classroom as much. We may not be able to have as many in-person events that we need help setting up and taking down. So because of that, we've decided that we are going to waive the co-op fee for this first semester. But we are still asking that you contribute as you can. We understand that not everybody is going to be in a situation where they can, but if your teacher does come out and say that they need some supplies or something, please, please go ahead. Remember, we are a co-op. We're trying to keep our tuition low by having everybody participate. So even though we don't have a co-op fee, you are still responsible to try and contribute to the school. So that is waived for this semester. You don't have to worry about it, but we did want you to be aware about it, because come next semester, if things look like they've calmed down a little, if we can buy supplies more, maybe start letting people into the classroom a little more, then that may be reinstituted. So we didn't want it to be a surprise to anybody. So the last thing I want to talk about, I know people have a lot of questions as far as COVID and tuition, and if my kid is sick and if I'm missing school and all this kind of stuff. And basically, we're going to handle those on a case-by-case basis. And we just want to know everyone that we want to try and be as fair as possible, because we know that this is an awkward time and it's very difficult for many families. At the same time, we do have obligations and bills and things that we need to pay in order to keep the school running. But we do want you to know that we will look at that, and we will try and be as fair as possible as far as refunding tuition and stuff if it comes to that. You will also notice you haven't got anything yet for at the beginning there. You need to pay first and last month tuition. We're kind of waiting until we have a firm, for sure open date. We know what the schools are doing, and at that point then we will send that out to you, because we may have to make changes in what those amounts would be. Closing, I just want everyone to know how excited I am. I know money isn't the funnest part to talk about of school, but hopefully that'll be very in the background and we won't even really have to worry about it much. But I do want to welcome everyone to Cactus Wren, let everyone know you're welcome to talk to me if you have any questions or concerns at all, and we hope you have a great year. Thank you.